Hey guys, Stay Patient here. It's first thing in the morning and I've got some pretty cool news for you all. I've had a lot of people asking whether My Name is Mayo, which is one of the easiest and fastest platinums to release this year, and one of the fastest platinums of all time, they've been asking whether it's going to be coming out in Europe because it's not out in any of the European countries yet, only America. Now up to this point, we haven't actually had confirmation that it is coming out in Europe. Everyone assumed it would be. But yesterday, DF007 Gamer, I think I've got that right, he's one of our regulars on the channel, he mentioned that he had tweeted Green Lava Studios, who are the guys that make My Name is Mayo, and he'd finally got an answer because a lot of people have been tweeting them asking them about the release and they haven't been saying anything. But they're, on the studio, they had this announcement here from Sean Callaghan, or Callahan. He mentioned that he's got this new job of being Green Lava's PR guy. So obviously they've had a lot of questions and a lot of feedback and everything, and maybe more than they're expecting. So they've hired this guy to take it on so that they can finally start answering all the questions they've been receiving. So 007 tweeted them and he got an answer. They told him that they were looking at possibly a February release for the game in Europe. So I thought I'd go ahead and tweet them myself, or tweet this guy personally, because obviously I wanted something to show you guys, some kind of hard proof. So in response to this tweet, I asked them, I said, congrats on the new job. Could you tell me if you have any idea of the release date for My Name is Mayo in Europe? Which is probably a question they've received thousands of times by now from all us trophy hunters. And he got back and said, thanks, yes, the team is working on the European recipe, but they still don't have a release date, maybe February 2017. So it's not sort of set in stone, but they're looking at probably around February time. Don't hate on me or the studio if they don't hit that release date, because it's not an actual release date. It's just like a rough guide of when they think it might be arriving. But I've realized the reason why, let's have a look here, the reason why they haven't got it up in Europe yet, because a lot of people are saying, why don't they just release it? The game's already done. Just release it in Europe and it's done and dusted kind of thing. But the reason they haven't done that is, if I can find the tweet here from them. Here it is, look. They've written here, can someone show us how mayonnaise looks? How mayonnaise looks like in European countries. Send us mayonnaise pics. So they're asking people to send them photographs of mayonnaise jars in Europe. So obviously they're having to, or they've kind of taken it upon themselves to redesign the game. It's obviously still going to be the same game, but they just want the actual picture on the mayonnaise jar to be recognizable for those of us playing in Europe. And that's obviously why the game hasn't released over here yet. They've got it out in America and they've obviously got pictures on the jar that look like American mayonnaise. But now they're kind of having to just change those images a bit. And so if any of you guys have the time, if you want to follow Green Lava Studios and tweet them with some pictures, if you're in Europe and you've got some mayonnaise jars lying around and you want to send them some photos, it might well speed up the development of the European version. So if you're really excited about getting this in Europe, obviously, like we mentioned, it's one of the fastest and easiest trophy sets ever. And also it was extremely cheap in America, so it's probably going to be very cheap in Europe as well when it releases. Plus you get the Vita version and the PS4 version, which means you can double up on the platinum for, well, it was 99 cents in America. It's probably going to end up being around £1 in Europe, or, in England when it releases. So it's like unbelievably cheap. You get a ton of trophies, 2 platinums. That is if you've got a Vita, of course. But yeah, if you want to see that happen quicker, then just jump on Twitter, take a photo of any mayonnaise jars you have lying around, or even go into like your nearest supermarket and take a photo of the wall of mayonnaise, and they might be able to kind of get an impression of all the different brands and come up with an image that best represents mayonnaise in general in the European countries. So the more people that do that, the better. Hopefully it will speed up the release of this game and we'll all be able to benefit from another double platinum. Alright guys, so hopefully that's good news. I know a lot of you have been asking, so I thought rather than just answering all the comments on it, I'd do a video. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be getting My Name is Mayo in February here in England and the rest of Europe. So I hope that's been helpful, guys. Hope that's kind of brightened the day for some of you. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this news. Thanks very much for watching, of course, as usual, and I'll catch you in the next video.